Good morning, Katti.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming here and in person and being part of Contemporary Venice exhibition 2021. It's a pleasure for me to meet you in person, and today we present 4 of your last works that you created during the lockdown, you told me.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, I would like that you present yourself and some words about your work we are presented and we selected.
I'm a Belgian photographer, artist. I mainly shoot cityscapes, but during the lockdown I was not able to go out. So I took my old images and put them together to create some kind of feeling we had towards what was happening in general in our country, but also in the US. So here it's always the old European cities that were still seemingly doing okay, and the US that was doing a bit strange at the time. So I tried to
imagine the cities
yes,
outside.
Yes. So it's as if Europe is going above the US in that sentiment at that time.
Which cities you worked on? I see London, Paris.
This is Ghent. This is my hometown.
Okay.
And here the backsides are always New York, because I happen to have a lot of pictures of New York.
And even because it was in our imagination the most iconic,
yes, also
city.
Yes, you can recognize some of the buildings. So it's still, yeah.
And so with all these layers, what did you imagine about these cities, and why did you decide to mix the landscapes and the skylines of different cities together?
I wanted to show the contrast between Europe and US.
Okay.
At that time.
From an architectural point of view and as a skyline.
Yeah, but it also symbolizes the whole, you know, the background, the people, the politics, the history, the complete picture.
And what about your background? What about your previous works or previous production before this strange moment? You
yes, I'm especially a city photographer. I love skylines, I love cities, I love buildings. And I love to make, I love to look for not the tourist parts, but more like the normal parts, like the backside.
The everyday life in cities.
Absolutely. And I always had a problem with shooting photos in Belgium, because our cities all look like Disney, no, they look perfect, they are too beautiful, and I find it really hard to, it's always like a postcard.
Exactly.
And I don't like that, so, but now in lockdown I was also forced to keep to my country, so after this I made a series, we were allowed to go out, I made a series of Belgian places, Belgian cities.
Are you thinking something more optimistic now in this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And so are you working on some new concepts and productions?
I have not been doing this ever since that moment. I've been more producing new stuff. And yeah, maybe I will go back to something like this, but right now I'm more into the...
It's an important moment in your life, in your artistic production, and for us too. We perceive immediately what happened and your feelings doing this kind of works. So thank you very much for your for this conversation, first of all, and for coming here again. And we will see together each other later for the official opening. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.